So this is my audience. My note cards. Okay. All right. So hi everybody.
Hello.
Imagine your child graduating high school, ready for the world. But within a few years, they're drowning in debt and not sure how to budget for rent or groceries. Not because they weren't smart, but because no one ever taught them in school how money works. Now that's the reality for millions of students today. I'm here to convince you that financial literacy should belong in every school because it will help students learn how to avoid money mistakes, make smarter choices, and build a stronger future. I've seen how tough and confusing money can be when you don't learn about it early on. I've watched friends, family, and even myself deal with struggles of debt and basic budgeting. And as a parent, you want your child to grow up confident and ready for the real world. And that's why I believe teaching financial literacy isn't just helpful, it's necessary. Today I will discuss why financial literacy should belong in every school, by discussing consequences that students face without it, the real life benefits it provides, and how easily schools can implement it through lessons and community partnerships. Now that we understand why this topic matters, let's take a closer look at what happens when financial education is missing. Without financial education, students are more likely to make costly mistakes that will lead to debt, poor credit, and long-term financial instability. In 2022, the Federal Reserve reported that every year, millions of students graduate high school without knowing how to handle credit cards, loans, and basic budgeting. Poor money choices like mishandling credit cards and misunderstanding loans can lead to bankruptcies and years of financial struggle. In 2023, the Council for Economic Education found that 24 U.S. states require students to learn personal finance. 24 out of 50 states, leading an uneven knowledge across the country. In 2022, a TIAA study showed that only 16% of Gen Z adults could correctly answer simple questions about math and finances. This alarming gap of knowledge contributes to widespread financial missteps for young adults. For example, a college student opens up multiple credit cards just to get free swag. Within a year, they rack up to $2,000 to $3,000 in debt and now struggling to make minimum payments. This lack of knowledge will lead to poor decisions that will haunt them for decades. While the consequences are serious, the good news is that teaching financial education can make a powerful difference. Teaching financial literacy empowers students to make informed decisions, learn how to build wealth through savings and investings, and how to avoid financial pitfalls. Learning about money early on in school will help students build smart habits and lower their chances of getting into debt later on in life. Students will learn how to make informed money decisions about credit cards, loans, interest rates, and long-term planning. As emphasized by Accounting Insights, they stated that financial literacy empowers students to manage money with more confidence. In 2022, the state of Georgia mandated a personal finance course for high school graduation, ensuring students gain essential skills for managing money before entering adulthood. Early results showed improved budgeting skills and increased students' confidence in managing money. One student even shared how she used her new knowledge to open up a savings account and started investing in a Roth IRA at the age of 17. So, if financial literacy is clearly beneficial, the next question is, how can schools make it happen? Schools can integrate financial literacy through dedicated courses, cross-subject lessons, and partnership with financial organizations to ensure students gain practical money skills. TeachFinds presents methods for embedding financial literacy throughout kinder all the way through 12th grade curriculum. They advocate for incorporating financial concepts into core subjects like math, reading, and social studies. Imagine students calculating loan payments using real car ads in their math class, learning how interest rates affect the total cost. This will help students understand real-life money decisions. Partnerships with financial institutions and nonprofits can provide resources and guest speakers. According to the Cross-State Credit Union Association, credit unions across the country are actively involved in hosting financial literacy events. For example, a local credit union can host a budgeting workshop where students can use mock paychecks to plan monthly expenses. So we heard the problem, the solution, and how it can be put into action. Before I end my speech, I want to remind you that the choices we make today, especially in education, shapes the future our children will live in. Because financial literacy isn't just a subject, it's a lifeline. And it's time we made it a priority in every school. I set out to persuade you that financial literacy should belong in every school because it will help students avoid money mistakes, make smarter choices, and build a stronger future. We heard that without it, students face serious financial consequences. With it, they gain real-life essential skills for managing money and how easily schools can implement it through lessons, courses, and community partnerships. So now I challenge you, whether you're a teacher, a parent, or simply someone who cares, to speak up, take action, and help make financial literacy a standard in every school. Because our students deserve the tools to thrive, not just to survive. And thank you all for being here.